Good day, everybody. This is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I'm coming at you with another installment on Victoria's Farmhouse from Real Good Toys in 1/12 scale. As you can see, this is rather a simple house. It would have been probably middle income, built probably in the 1870s, 1880s era. And they call it a farmhouse. Probably could have been out there, but it's probably a little bit more ornate than what most farmhouses would have been at that point. One of the things that I've done here, and you'll notice I've mentioned it several times actually, is that I've changed the steps on the front, moved those around. I've also updated the lower porch treatment on this one. I want to talk a little bit about what my reasons for doing some of this and give you some insight onto location too. Is that on these old homes like this in the 1870s, 1880s, they were heavily into beautiful, absolutely beautiful woodwork and trim and ornamentation on the homes, inside and out. And one of the things that was a problem with all this ornamentation was that it was a pain in the neck to keep clean. It was a lot of work. So with that, people think of these houses as being, come along in the 1970s, 1980s or something like that, and these big sweeping changes made to them. Well, changes were made as they went along. The people that owned the house to start purchased that house had it built. Over the years, 5-10 years down the road, may go, oh man, this is a pain in the neck, and change it. Or, things get old and they wear out and they change it. So there were changes going on all the time with these homes. I'm picturing this home as about 1950. Okay? We've had, 30, 40 years of the house, deterioration on the house, weathering and such like that going on. And, being well upkept. But still, things that happened, changes were made. And then we had, with refrigerators coming in, ways of keeping things cold and inside plumbing, all those things would have been leading to changes. We also then had the Depression era, where there was no money to really fix anything. And so some things would deteriorate during that point. Now we move on into, we're just clearing that, and we hit World War II. And we come out of World War II, a new owner comes into the house, and they make some fairly big changes because things have worn out and they needed to be replaced. With that, we're going to take a look at the house itself, and I'm going to bring it up here because now I want to do something. I want to talk about location. All right, so we're going to turn this thing so that you can kind of see what I'm doing with this, if it'll stay. Doesn't want to go where I want it to go. Are you going to stay there? There we go. Okay, so now this we're going to picture as the house itself. And we're on a corner lot. Now the house that's designed where they have designed to be anywhere. But I'm picturing this house sitting on a corner lot. So this is your sidewalk that goes around the house. So this is the way the house is sitting here. And you have the porch that's moved over to the corner now. And you have your little entryway that comes out, your little entry sidewalk that comes out to the main sidewalk. Going down there. So you got this really cool entry. At the back of the porch, you have another walkway that's going to go out to, what probably in the beginning would have been a carriage house. That is now probably a garage in your backyard. So that's what, as you see the house that I've got laid out now, I actually sat down and planned this out, that this house sits on a corner lot. And that's something to do too as you're preparing for your doll houses, is give them a location. Let people see what you're actually doing right there. Picture it yourself. Now we are going to come, now we're not going to look down below, we're going to look at the house itself. And this is where I said we've done some modernization. We've put in different porch railing here with an enclosure piece on it there. Just that would probably been like 4x8 sheets of plywood, 3x8, something like that. Big sheets of plywood or something like that maybe used in there. Removing the railing and the dowels that would have been factory to the house, original to the house. We've moved, there's our doorway, we've moved our entry down to the corner now. We have a single post there at the corner and then just short posts for the railing here. And as you can see then, this is how we would look if we were entering the house from the corner. This is what we would see as we come up there. And then at this side, we have a back door, and then we have another post with the same treatment going the opposite way on it. And then at the back, we will have stairs coming down the back right there on that, and then that's open. Inside, let's get this thing out of there. Inside, I didn't do a whole lot. Let me see if I can get that around to where we got better lighting on it there. There we go. I've got my lines run for the wiring. I don't have electricity in it yet. But, so we've put in a door to the side and then the door to the front over there. And then a little place, probably going to put a television or something like that in that little alcove area right in there. And then with fancy woodwork, probably original to the house. And then we have, somebody's decided to put in these swinging doors that go into the kitchen dining room area. So we have those in there. Not a whole lot going on there with that. We do have all of our woodwork in. I still have it that they would have had the original crown molding and the floor molding too. I have that in there yet. Let them keep that. Now, this is the big change. Okay, so open floor plans really didn't come along until, probably the 1980s into the 1990s were a big time for open floor plans. But I do have that they decided, whoever got this place in 1950, decided they wanted to open up their kitchen and their dining room together. So I guess, open floor plans, one room, two room like that, could be something that would have happened back then. So we put in a beam across there where the wall would have come out, and we had this all nice and open then for having the dining room. There's going to be a little breakfast nook back in the bay window back there. There's going to be a dining room and then the kitchen is what's happening in that area. And then I had that wallpapered in. I have all that stuff done before I put on the ceiling, so that I didn't have to try and get in there and fight to get in that wallpaper and all that woodwork in after that ceiling is in. That would be a pain in the neck. I've done that many times. I still have not done anything with this section yet because I'm still trying to decide what I want to do there. I'm not sure whether I want to build the wall like they show to do it. I'm actually thinking about putting a little, like a bathroom or something like that. Build another little section onto this area, coming out of that, and putting in a bathroom there. And then on the upper level, putting in, like a little balcony or something like that yet. I'm not sure what I want to do there. So that's what I have done to this so far and my reasoning for doing it. So as you would look at this house would be sitting on a corner. This would be looking at it straight from a street. And then you would have the other corner looking at it from another street. And that's pretty much about where I'm at on this so far. On the upper deck now, we'll go back over to the picture of the house here. And on this level, what are we showing here? There we go. On this level, we will go ahead with the railing like they had originally there. That will be kept, and with the door and stuff. But all that's going to be kept for the second level. And then the third level, we're going to be removing a bunch of this trim in here. Again, we're talking about, an old house. That's going to come down. The shutters will be removed from the windows. Remember, we're 1950. I've seen a lot of these old houses, as they get older, those shutters, the mounting starts to rust away on them, and they start falling down. They get filthy, dirty. They're a real pain in the neck to keep clean. Even if you go out and paint them, a few months later, you're just constantly cleaning the things. I may actually change this from wood shingles up here to wood shingles on these areas here. Possibility. I haven't decided on that yet. But on these gables, I've seen that done where they had the wood shingles just coming in there just for decoration. But I'm going to be using regular shingles on the house itself up there on the upper level. So, with that in mind, that's just about where I've gotten to with it so far. And I should mention also that on the porch, I had thought about going ahead with the greens on the porch there, colors on that. But I decided instead, actually my daughter suggested that I go this tans and browns on that. Just to kind of set that off. And I think she's right on that. That does, to me, look a whole lot better to have that with the different colors on it. There will be the brick trim that I mentioned before that goes down on the bottom here. Make it look like a brick foundation. So, with that, this is the Modeling Hermit. And until we meet again, I am off the air and I'm gone.